All right, and we're back for round two. So, what do we have coming on this time for round two?
So
Chaotic.
this is Beyond Sadistic on our left. He's our moderator. He's on Witch House Enchantress, which is going to be a joy and a treat. I've never gotten to see it, but I'm an Enchantress fan. He's playing against something you'll love, Jun's Nick Fit.
Oh
So,
yes,
so it's like Nick Fit. Oh, go ahead.
Argon and I have talked about this deck multiple times, and in fact, this is his brainchild. So, like how I have the bug variants that are kind of like my brainchild and that I love to play, Argon loves his Jund versions, and this is something that he's been working on for a while, and I have mad respect for the guy on it. It is such a fun deck, and he has one of my personal favorite like gotcha win cons in the form of Valakut.
Oh, I think
Oh,
you were
I
going to
love
say
it.
Terravor because I was excited about that card. Yeah, he's got a lot of
Just
sweet Jund
some of the
cards in there.
best.
Yeah,
Uh,
some of the your audio's kind of Doc, I think.
There's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought your audio was kind of
We
yeah.
good?
He's got some modern and standard playables in there too, like Huntmaster of the Fells, which you don't see in Legacy very often.
Yeah, and I really like the Huntsmaster edition. So he goes up to, if I remember correctly, was he still played in Titania in the list? Because last time we were discussing it was on
No, he
Titania.
did not have Titania in main or side.
Okay, yeah, because last time we had discussed it was on the merits of playing Titania in the list. So I personally have been off Titania for a while now. I think something like Questing Beast and in the bug versions like Uro is just 1,000 times better, and in his version, Croxo.
Yeah, I think you just have better options now because that's something that I've considered in Loam in the past, but I think you have better 4 and 5 drops now.
Yeah, I mean even better 3 drops in the form of the Titans. So
Yeah.
I think even in loam variants, I think Uro has kind of infested all the loam variants, right?
Yeah, Uro is a house, and people were already splashing blue in Loam for access to Oko, which I'm off now. I don't think it's as at its best in our meta, but
Yeah,
um,
I've been looking at cutting Okos as well. Like Oko is good when you're not getting your face beaten by goblins and stuff like
yeah,
that. So, and
yeah.
and with goblins getting that new tool and the conspicuous snoop, it's going to be. I believe we're going to see a lot more goblins.
Do
Meta.
you think we're gonna see the combo variant of that? Because that's spicy.
Oh no, I think the combo is just going to be a one-off. It's just going to have one Kiki Jiki in there.
Hmm.
So this is how I think the deck's going to play. It is basically a Courser Crewfix effect for goblins. And that is powerful. As we know, the Courser Crewfix sees
Yeah,
a lot of play. And so this gives goblins a late game engine that they can keep on the field and keep it on the field early and just grind out. I mean, goblins really doesn't have game against like a lot of these late game grind fests, throws, and different stuff. This gives them that late fest grind, and just you just so happen to have a Kiki Jiki in your deck where you can just win.
yeah. I'm excited to see it happen on cam. I'm glad that we've had some Goblin players to stream.
Oh
In the
yeah,
meantime, it looks like Argon was on the play. He's had 2
yep,
Broken Catacombs so far, and then Beyond with a Wild Growth ramp for ramp on turn 1.
yeah.
And he
So
has
can you? Oh, good.
no, I was just gonna say he has it looks like 6 total ramp effects on turn 1, including 1 exploration in the main deck. Oh, Utopia Sprawl as well, actually. Never mind, there are several in here. I missed Utopia Sprawl. So yeah, he has 10, 11 total ramp sources on turn 1.
Yeah. So, walk me through the Witch House combo. Like, what exactly is the Witch House Enchantress? I've never seen it before.
That is so funny because I do not know. We've talked about it before. He does run 1 Emrakul Aeon's Torn in the sideboard, and
Hmm.
apparently you just get up to enough mana with Serra Sanctum, and you just Living Wish for it and cast it. He has 4 Living Wish in the deck to go get a bunch of silver bullets or
Hmm.
ways to win there. So
Yeah, I think this is a
I would,
wild deck.
yep. So it looks like Beyond Sadistic did get Cabal therapied, but it missed.
Yeah,
So he'll
yeah,
have Sterling. Okay, Sterling Grove mana here and just a pass.
yeah. Looks like Beyond is missing his second land drop.
Mm-hmm.
which is Argon running any Wastelands?
I didn't see any. He's not. He's running 0
Yeah,
wastelands.
yeah. Depending on the build of Nick Fit, I run everywhere between 1 to 2 Wastelands,
Mhm.
simply because of the fact that with 1 to 2 Wastelands, you have protection against Crocus and like other like random things that will just hose you.
Ooh, Liliana
So,
Veil. That's a big
but
thing.
yeah, this Lily, oof.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm in favor of 1 or 2 wastelands and a lot of decks that can afford them. Sometimes you just get them.
Oh yeah, yeah. And looks like this Lily is ticking up, and we see is that a
Hey,
Grook Oak?
that's a Cetizen champion, I think.
Yeah. I think. No, that's a Living Witch that Beyond discarded. But is that a Grook
Oh, it's
Huntsmaster? That's a Grook Huntsmaster, right? That's the flip Grook. What's it called?
Garrick Relentless is the flip brick.
Relentless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that
Yeah,
card is.
that's a Garrick Relentless. Yeah, love the Garrick Relentless.
So,
Yes, it basically works as a really poor man's what's it called? Survival of the fittest one. And we see here a rampant growth onto the Savannah and tap for probably 3 mana.
well, he had to tap that to cast it. He's still on 1 land, so he couldn't afford
Yeah.
to cast anything
Oh
else in his
yeah,
hand
yeah,
this
yeah,
turn.
yeah. Yeah.
But he will untap with 4 mana next turn, so that's and
Yeah.
he has one way to get rid of the Liliana if he doesn't discard it.
Yeah. And we
He,
see a flashback. What's it called? A flashback to Cabal Therapy off of the Veteran Explorer,
yeah,
original art Veteran Explorer.
yeah, original art, original frame. But I mean,
Yeah.
this helps Beyond a little bit here because he can fix his mana.
Yeah.
Argon will get to probably take that Oblivion Ring in his hand, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, he does not.
Definitely.
He takes, is that Banefire?
He takes the Banefire out.
Oh,
Wow.
I guess he can't kill the Lily now.
Yeah. Well, an
Yeah,
Oblivion Ring can Oblivion Ring out the.
yeah, but
Oh,
Banefire just kills it.
little bit of missequencing here on Argon's side, and wish uh, because of the fact that we have a Mirren of Clan Nel Toth, one of my personal favorite cards, especially in Nick Fit.
He's
This.
he used the mana from the Veteran Explorer to cast it, so he had to do it in that order.
Oh, he did have to do it in that order. Ah, crap, he did. And let's see. I don't think he got his trigger though to get Oh no, he did get the Veteran Explorer back. So, Mirren Clan El Toth. For those that don't know the amazing value engine that Mirren.
Who don't play EDH?
Yeah, people that don't play EDH basically. Mirren of Clan El Toth. This is 2 blue black, not blue black, green black, and it says whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. An experience counters stay on you, the player. And basically, what it allows you on your end step if you have experience counters greater than or equal to a creature's CMC, you can reanimate it onto the battlefield. If you have less than, and it just goes to your hand, so it will always give you a card no matter what, assuming you get to go to the end step with it. So it does replace itself, and it is a very good card for grinding out. Your veteran explorers become chump blockers. Your what's it called? Oh, your Strixes or Ice Fang Quotals or variants will just always come back and just always draw you cards. It is a very, very strong value engine that it is a 3/4, so it doesn't die to bolt.
Yeah,
So
and I play Marin as one of my EDH decks, and he has one of my favorite combos in here with 1 Eternal Witness. So if he could get that online, then
oh
that's just
yeah,
insane value. I love that.
yeah, having the ability to just bring back any sort of piece that you might have, any sort of removal, anything like that.
Yeah, we see the showcase art or whatever it's called in Theros for Colossus over there. Is that right? Is that what he's playing?
Yeah, that is
Cool.
a showcase of Colossus.
So he'll be able to keep it going for a little bit here, but that Liliana is about to ultimate. He can't really do anything. Oh, never mind. He ticked it down. What did he take it down for? To get rid of his own Veteran Explorer?
target.
He must have targeted himself. Beyond doesn't have any creatures out.
Yeah, he must have targeted himself. Wow, going for the maximum value of the Lily to get out every single basic.
Yeah.
No, deck thinning's a thing.
I mean, I love greed, so go for it.
Yeah.
I
I
would like to
mean,
see an Ultra Lily on cam though. That's always fun.
yeah, that would be difficult, but I think he was just trying to get the experience counters more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, if he does that this turn, then he can. That means he can just start buying it back every turn. He needs one turn to set up for that. So, see Abrupt
Yeah, and it
Decay
looks
on Sterling Grove, and he's going to sack it. Response.
yeah.
He's got a lot of silver bullets here. I mean, on Thin Ice would take care of one of those threats for a little bit. He could turn off the Marin engine. I mean, he also has Elephant Grass, of course,
Yeah.
to save himself. Solitary Confinement. He doesn't really have the setup for Solitary Confinement yet, I don't think.
No, he needs an Enchantress of some
Okay.
kind, an
So,
Argothian or something like that.
yeah, he can fetch Enchantress's presence off of that. But it looks like he's going for the Elephant Grass. So that means Marin can't attack at all, and he's going to have to pay several more for the other ones.
Well, that's not exactly a tax, exactly, because of the fact that with Nick Fit, you just have so much extra mana lying around. If you don't have a mana sink, it's not the worst thing to do. I mean, it's not the best enchantment, but it's something at least.
Yeah. I mean, Argon, of course, has plenty of mana to pay the propaganda effect, but I think it's just it's defensive because he'll be able to gain some life here off of this Clothis anyway to sort of stabilize himself. He's just stemming the bleeding, I think.
Yeah.
Did he pay upkeep for that? Oh, it goes to hand. Never mind. Sterling Grove puts
Yeah.
it. All right.
Yeah, it does go to hand. And Sterling Grove being the powerful enchantment that giving all of his other enchantments shroud and such like that.
Yeah.
So.
Plus the Enlightened Tutor on the back end is not bad for him either.
Yeah. No.
Sterling Grove actually puts it on top. Did he put it on top or draw an extra card this turn?
I think he might have put it on top and then, or put it into his hand but not drawn.
Well, he has one face down card in his hand, so that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Maybe he shuffled his stuff around.
Yep. The Elephant Grass is there,
On his
but
hand, not on the battlefield.
you can only dirtle for so much when it comes to Argon's side. This Clothis is going to start eating away at his health and start padding it.
Yeah, because every turn that goes by is more that Beyond gets to just pillow fort over here, pillow fort, and gain life and stay alive until he can just get his engine online.
Yeah, and it looks like Beyond has his first major threat on the board in the form of Destiny Spinner, the powerful new Enchantress. Yes, that gives all the creatures and enchantments you control uncounterable, if I do believe.
Yep, creatures and enchantments spells you control cannot be countered. It's a 2/3 for 2, 1 in a green. And it has 3 in a green. Target land you control becomes an XX elemental with trample and haste until end of turn, where it's the number of enchantments you control. So
Yeah,
I mean, already
powerful.
that turns it into land into a 6/6. So
Yeah, it is extremely powerful and a fast clock. Now it doesn't have trample or anything like that, so it gives.
the land is given trample whenever it.
Oh,
Comes
the
to
land
creature.
is given trample.
Yeah, haste and trample.
Oh, so in that case, that means that the veteran explorer isn't even a viable like chump blocker anymore. So Argon needs to do something about that, and it looks like, and I don't know. Does he have anything that's bigger than a 6/6 in his deck?
He has a Colossus of his own that he has access to, I believe. Yeah, he has one Colossus made. Oh, Colossus is a 4/5, but it is indestructible. He has Plague Engineer, which could kill one.
Yeah,
Terravore is sometimes big enough, and I think that's it.
yeah. Terravore is very rarely big enough, but yeah, no Croxa or anything like that.
No, I do not see a single Crocs in there. Nope. I mean, I guess
Man.
he has Hex Drinker if he gets there, but
Yeah, but that's I mean, I mean, it's 8 mana to get, so it's 1 mana to cast, and then another 8 mana to get it all the way up to when it has protection from everything.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch, and I think
Yeah.
by then you're going to end up dying to trampling 6/6 lands.
Yeah, and even at this point, if he takes the Lily down, he can kill the Destiny Spinner. But I feel like you have to do that, right?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah, he's hitting from a couple of different angles here, really, because
Yeah, I think
the
he does have
Colossus is
to.
actually even online now, right? He has one, two,
Colossus
three.
is online, yes,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
there's a ton of enchantments on the field. This is probably one of the
It's
few
actually
decks in
just.
Legacy that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's actually just for Xaxes. He has 5 total green enchantments, and then Colossus adds 2 more. So
Yeah,
if he eats the Destiny Spinner, then he actually turns off the Colossus for a turn as well.
yeah. So I think he has to sacrifice the Lily here, get the Destiny Spirit off the board. That's not only a threat. That's like a. Oh wait, can he activate it instant speed?
He can.
Does he have enough mana to do so?
Yeah, well, depending on what he gets off of the Savannah with all the enchantments on it, he can also tap his mountain. Yeah, he could absolutely activate it on one of his 2 Snow Curse
Yeah.
boards for sure.
So he's gonna activate it and have his forest eat the ability.
Yeah, that's a good call. I didn't catch that line. I thought he was just free.
Oh,
No, he's gonna do it
what?
anyway.
Oh. Oh, wait, does it stay permanently like that?
No, it's until end of turn. It's very interesting. I mean, this gives him a big blocker, but
Yeah, like
I don't know what that does.
I don't know if that was the play here. I mean, unless he has another one in his hand, but we have information about his hand.
Well, he still has at least one unknown in his hand. We know he has Oblivion Ring, and there's either 1 or
Yeah,
2
Oblivion
face down
Ring.
cards.
Yeah. So, do you think this Oblivion Ring is going to take out? What do you think it's going to go at? Do you think it's going to go at the Mirren? Do you think it's going to go at the Huntmaster?
I think that the Huntmaster is the only thing that makes sense to me because the Marin is completely turned off by Elephant Grass right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, he gets the effect, but those creatures that he's dealing with right now aren't really that exciting. Although Green Sun Zenith will get him whatever he wants. Is that Green Sun for 4? Maybe Questing Beast?
Looks like a Green Suns for 4. Yeah. One,
What
two,
other?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Questing Beast. It says
Yeah,
Questing Beast.
Questing Beast is the only other 4-drop left in his deck.
Good. Good old Questy B.
Yeah.
Like Questy B is like.
Which 6 abilities does it have, Doc?
Okay, I can actually tell you all of them. So it has Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. Haste. It is a 4/4 for 2 green.
Mm-hmm.
It is a legendary creature, which does suck at times. And it says creatures with power 2 or less cannot block it. It also says combat damage cannot be prevented by creatures you have that are attacking and dealing combat damage. So creatures you control cannot have their damage prevented. And then whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, it actually deals that much damage to target planeswalker.
Yep. Well, you passed the test. I knew you would.
I had to
I
memorize
heard you rattle it off on coverage last week, and it tickled me, Seth. I thought I'd see if you could do it again.
Yeah, I love that card. I think that card is one of the busted word vomity cards ever printed, and I just love it. I love it to death.
Yeah.
It is so much fun. And the fact that it turns Green Suns into a lightning ball basically is like one of my favorite things. So it is one of the cards that I will forever say, Wyatt, I told you this card was going to be good in Legacy. And he tried to say, I know, because Swords of Plowshare exists.
Yeah, I feel like they took some of those sex dice with all the different unrelated words, and they sort of dropped it, and they said, "All right, well, it has vigilance, death test, haste. All right, cool."
Yeah, just like, and there you go. Oh, but yeah, I love the card. I think the card's busted. Like it's not busted enough to be played like Delver ubiquitous
Mm-hmm.
across all the decks, but the decks that play it just love the card.
Yeah,
So
it has to be in a shell where you're going to get up to 4 mana ever.
yeah, exactly. So and that's the type of decks that I love to play. So it is like one of my favorite cards, and I think Questing Beast is the reason why I ended up just like, all right, screw it, I don't need to play Titania anymore. So
Yep.
just not as good.
Beyond did find his Sarah Sanctum here, which is taps for
Yep.
5. I don't think he has anything to do with it though.
Yeah. This is why I was saying like he needs to keep that Destiny Spinner around. I would have sacrificed the 6/6. Who cares
Oh
if you
yeah,
take like 3 or 4 damage? You have Elephant Grass up. He has to pay that stuff. How many Destiny Spinners is he running in the deck?
he has 2, I believe. It's either 2 or
Okay.
3. I mean, he has several ways to find it. He had 2 Destiny Spinners.
Okay.
He also has one on the sideboard, so that means he has 4 Living Wish to find that.
Oh, that's a
He also plays.
replenish.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. He next leveled this. I was just about to say I'm in his list. He has 1 replenish on the deck.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Beyond just next level Galaxy Brain 4D chest. And yeah. I
That was
okay.
that was one of the unknown cards. That was a good one to have.
Yeah, that's a really good one to have. Yeah,
So
because Destiny Spinner is an enchantment creature, so wow.
yeah, I'm surprised he. I would have been greedy and just let the Elephant Grass go that turn too. Just my replenish is going to resolve.
Yeah, exactly. I would totally been greedy.
Yeah.
But then again, that's how I get blown out on stream.
Oh yeah, man. I kept a zero lander a couple times ago on a storm deck, and then got a. I tried to cast Echo Vions, and he mind break trapped me, and I said, "Oh."
Yeah, I remember that, buddy. That was a heartbreaking one to watch because I was pumped for it. I
Yeah.
was so excited. I was like, "Oh, he's emptying his hand. He's gonna screw up his opponent's mulligan." And mind break trap. Just.
Yep. Broken card.
Uh,
So is
yeah.
he? It looks like he immediately cracks the Sterling Grove here.
Yeah.
On thin ice.
On thin ice. Yep. He's
Yep.
gonna get rid of something. On thin
So
ice is basically the new version of Chain to the Rocks, but instead of a mountain, you have to choose a snow-covered island, snow-covered land.
yeah.
Usually just a snow-covered island, because why would you play anything else?
Well, he has several choices here for that one.
Yeah,
So it looks like he's got White off the Savannah.
yeah. He's got every color in the rainbow. This is the kind of deck that hard casts an Emrakul.
Yeah. Well, I mean he can do that next turn basically, right? He
Yeah, he
has
can do it next turn.
that's
If he
5,
if
6, and
he
8. Yeah, Sanctum has for 8, I think.
yeah if he rips a Living Wish next turn, he kills. He hard casts an Emrakul.
Yeah. I mean, which doesn't straight up kill Argon, but it kind of straight up kills Argon.
Yeah, it and like if you get Emrakuled in Legacy, well, not in Legacy in Nick Fit, you can sometimes survive it. And I have a legendary moment in my shop where I did survive
Yeah.
a an Emrakul hit and kill on the next crackback. But like, man, did it feel bad to be down to like nothing but the Leovold that I was holding on for dear life. And he just never top deck anything else, and I was able to kill him with it.
Yeah, I think that people kind of get used to Emrakul just being enough all the time, but
Yeah,
he has enough additional pressure here that I think an Emrakul hit is good enough.
yeah,
Because
and
Sloth this plus Emrakul is just game.
of course, Beyond is at a very healthy life total, being at like
Oh,
it's
looks like he was doing the math here. It looks like to see if he can animate multiple lands and cast on thin ice. Maybe they were doing some math with all the lands, but this might be what
yeah,
they're doing.
and we see that Mirren and the Huntmaster are both gone now due to the Oblivion Ring effects, and man, does that feel bad because oh, thank you. Yeah, go now. Like the camera's dead. No, the camera's dead, babe.
Chat here is said get that and then some emoji statistic. I really cannot tell what that is in that 8-bit font, but I'm sure it's hilarious. But looks like he's shuffling back up there. Argon took the damage. Down to 8, so Beyond has any number of ways to kill him next turn. Looks like Doc is getting set back up for technical difficulties here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll be set up in a second. And
Oh, no worries. Yeah. So he's getting the Huntsmaster back off something here. I'm not quite sure how that came back.
Possibly.
I don't see any effect that the Oblivion Ring is still out there and the On Thin Ice is still out there. I think. Move your arm beyond. Where did the On Thin Ice go?
Did
Top card in his graveyard is Veteran Explorer, so I'm not quite sure how that ended up getting gone. But yeah, his land was an 8/8 at first. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that means that we may have been right. That may have happened last time, but there's nothing we can do about it at this point.
Yeah. Sorry about this, folks. My stream will be up shortly again.
Yeah, no worries. Sterling Grove is a EDH staple, but I'm excited to see it on the Legacy deck here.
Yeah, I have seen many Sterling Grove while playing against Enchantress because I have a buddy of mine that plays both Legacy and Commander Enchantress. Yes, and definitely does feel bad to be staring down Sterling Grove with no removal at all. Kind of a pain.
Yeah. I know Ivan, one of the other mods, is an Enchantress aficionado. I've always enjoyed the archetype, but I think the last time I played it was about 1999, and it did not have a lot of these tools it has now.
Yeah,
We have
Enchantress
Grothian
being
Enchantress.
up, and here it is. There's the engine. Now, if he wants to go for the solitary confinement win, he can.
Looks like that's just On Thin Ice there. Oh, they've backed all the way up here. I got it. So it looks like they may have backed up to the replenish.
Yeah, I think.
Although the Sterling Grove is back in the graveyard, so it must be post crack. They're picking it up here. I'm unsure who won there.
If I had to guess, I would probably say Beyond because he seems like he had it pretty much locked up.
Yeah, he was in the
But
driver's seat for sure.
he was definitely in the driver's seat. But I think there was an issue there that we hadn't seen or that we hadn't caught, and they had to back it up way too much.
Gonna double check over here. Win for Corey. All right. Thank you, Spotter. So it looks like Beyond Sadistic did take that first game. Let's move on to sideboarding.
So, all right. So since this is taking a second, I will be back. Yeah, let's move on to sideboarding. Hit me with the sideboard. All right, so what we got?
I'm going to start with Beyond because it is all fun ofs. He has got a Hall of Heliod Generosity. A lot of these are going to be Living with Targets, but Hall of Heliod's Generosity, Sarah Sanctum, Argothian Enchantress, Destiny Spinner. He has 2 Ground Seal, 2 Seal of Primordium, and 1 Engineered Plague, 1 Clothis, 1 Aresta of the Endless Web, 1 Heliod God of the Sun, 1 Humility, 1 Doomwake Giant, and 1 Emrakul. A lot of options there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but the only things so Ground Seal is kind of a one of that I might want to see. Hey, it's a one or two of it does replace itself and it does stop things. I think if the exact wording is correct, I think it does stop Mirren, right? Like creatures can't exit the graveyard or something like that.
Mirren does target, actually. It says that cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities.
So I would like to bring in at least one. I would at least bring in both of those, actually, now that I think about it, because they do replace themselves by cantripping. Yeah. So I'd bring in both of those and then the Doomwake Giant and then just call it good.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have to do a whole lot because he has 4 Living Wish. So if he leaves them on the board, he has more chances to hit it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
Argon has got much smaller sideboard here. He has 3 Alpine Moon, 2 Pyroblast, 1 Red Blast. He's doing the 2-1 split. 1 Plague Engineer, 1 Toxic Deluge. He has 3 copies of Leyline of Combustion, 3 copies of Leyline of the Void, and 1 Ruination.
Ooh. Okay. This is some pretty wild stuff. Yeah, this is man, I don't know actually. So the blast effects are not useful.
No.
Maybe, but Ruination is strong enough that you might just get him with it.
Oh, I'm bringing in Ruination for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably bring that
Oh,
up in every matchup because I just want it. But
well. So you're hitting. Okay, so non-basic. So what? 2, 3 Savannas.
well, it also hits Sarah Sanctum, which turns him off a whole lot. He also
Sarah
has one
Sanctum.
Bayou, one Caracas. He has Sarah Sanctum, and then all the rest are fetches and basics. Oh, one Taiga in the main also. I mean,
One Taiga. So
yeah,
there's enough interest there. You know what? I love the Ruination. I'm on the Ruination.
yeah. I
I
mean,
100% want Argon to cast Ruination in this match because for the shock factor.
yeah. I mean, it might just be a 2-for-1, but that's still 2
Yeah,
for 1.
2 for 1
Uh,
silver, 2 for 1.
yeah. Like I generally like bringing Toxic Deluge in a variety of matchups just because it's kind of flexible and it gets you out of some spots. But yeah,
Man,
you're right. Alpine
don't you
Moon.
remember?
Oh what?
Don't you remember when Toxic Deluge was like a standard thing that we would put in our sideboards? It's back
Yeah,
in Legacy.
I still run it. I love that card. Maybe a little bit more than I should.
Like it's so hard to play the card now because I mean there's things like what's what's the new Toxic Deluge that's used for snow permanents?
Oh, that's right. Dead of Winter.
Dead of Winter. Yeah, the Dead of
Yeah.
Winter is just so much easier and such like that. And it doesn't cost you life or anything like that, but I mean it requires you to play snow permanents, but yeah, I think this is gonna be. Oh wait, are we seeing
Yeah,
Beyond
we're
revealing?
going. Yeah,
Is he
Beyond is Argon.
revealing a?
That's a solitary confinement, I believe, right?
Oh, okay. So we're seeing Badlands into Thoughtseize.
Yep.
Okay, so Argon's down to 19 and down to 17, and we're seeing
Maybe he'll keep his
the
hand static
rampant
for
growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Utopia Sprawl, I think.
Okay, Utopia Sprawl. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So he's got solitary confinement, a living wish, and I can't see the rest.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
can't see the.
I played Stoneblade in last year, and I was actually splashing black just for one Toxic Deluge and 2 Plague Engineer on the board. I had one Swamp, one Underground Sea in the main, and
Oh wow.
I just love Toxic Deluge.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great card. I mean I definitely picked it up. I played it. Played it in back in the day. I played it as a hoser. It was my slot instead of Massacre for Red Black Reanimator. So I would do what's it called? I would do Dark Ritual into Toxic Deluge to just wipe away the board. Because my meta at the time was a lot of Elves, a lot of D&T.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pay 3 mana and just get like a 3-for-1 or whatever, and just totally set your opponent back, I think it's totally worth it. It is stranded
Yeah,
sometimes if you're ahead on board, but you
yeah.
don't cast him then anyway.
And Argon in the saddest place of any Green Sun Zenith deck, being forced to play the Dryad Arbor. Oh, that feels bad.
Oh, he put it in front. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's where creatures
yeah,
glorious, right?
yeah. At least if you have a Cabal Therapy in your graveyard, you can fetch for a Dryad Arbor to basically make yourself go down a land, but hit like an important piece. But like at this point, it was just like a sad land drop. Oh, and we're seeing a Green Sun Zenith for 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say he casts the Green Sun Zenith you were talking about. I thought he was
Yeah.
attacking with that.
So what do we got for Green Sun targets here? Skews.
This might actually only be Green Sun for. Did Beyond go down a life? I'm not sure. There. Oh, Tarmogoyf. All right.
Green Sun's for Goyf.
Yep.
Fast enough clock. I mean, that's what you need against Enchantress.
Yeah, so he's got land, sorcery, enchantment already.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, it is a 3/4, so that's pretty solid.
yeah, and I mean Beyond doesn't play a whole lot of removal in his deck, so
No, and almost all of his remove 3 mana.
yeah, I think
So
that one Unthin Ice is basically it. Basically it.
yeah, so I'm starting to think that Argon didn't board in the Ruination because he's got 3 non-basic.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing the lands that he kept as well because he had Green Sun in his hand, so he must have had Dryad Arbor in his hand. But
Yeah.
But yeah, see, already, man, that would be a 5-for-1, not counting ground.
Yeah. I don't know. Setting
right.
yourself back 3 lands is good enough. So no, I think unfortunately right now this is sorry, don't think Ruination's in off of the board. So I wonder what he did board in then.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I don't think that he leaves it as it is, but he has Leyline Combustion wouldn't be like the worst thing, but I'm also not in love with it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't prevent. I mean, it gets through like the solitary confinement.
Yeah, Plague Engineer has Death Touch, and that might be useful for some of the beaters.
I mean, if you Argothian Enchantress is a human, so I can see that.
Well, it's also 0-2, I think, right? Or is
Oh,
it a
it's a 0.
0-1?
I think it's a 0-1 with
It
Shroud.
is 0-1. I'm
0.
thinking for Durin. You're right.
Yeah. And so we see here Caracas.
Yeah, so
And
he found land 3.
so what are we going for here? Destiny Spinner? Oh no, Green Suns for 2. This is 100% finding an Argothian Enchantress.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be that or Destiny Spinner, but Argothian Enchantress, he doesn't have the setup for. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Just getting your engine on the board and in deck that you against a deck that you know that really can't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, he has Liliana the Veil, but I don't think
Oh
we have any
yeah,
other
that is
effects to deal
true.
with it.
He did see Lily of the Veil game 1. So
Yeah, although it does
but
say one of in his deck. I mean, I would probably suspect it was more if I were across the table, but he has
yeah.
one Liliana the Veil, one Liliana the Last Hope, one Garruk Relentless, one Vraska. So.
Mm-hmm. And that Vraska Golgari Queen is actually even cropping up lists. Actually, I don't know if you've seen the latest like Legacy 5.0s from TGO. It's in like I think. Oh no, it's the Legacy Challenge. And at the top 32, it was like in like 3 or 4 decks in like sideboard slots.
Okay. Yeah, I picked up one for myself for sideboard, but I haven't ever actually. It's never found room.
Yeah, I played it for about 1 match in Nick Fit when I was first testing out my very first beta version of it because I was like, I can't afford Jace the Mind Sculptor. I'm not going to buy Jace the Mind Sculptor. Played one match with Vraska Golgari Queen. I was like, I need Jace the Mind Sculptor. Like there was no replacing it at the time, and then Oko came out, and so who plays 4 mana walkers anymore?
All right. So looks like he
And
found a Death Green Cincinus for Veteran Explorer.
yeah.
So back to Beyond, he's got a full hand there.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same amount of mana he did game 1 though, so not quite as explosive.
Yeah, not nearly as explosive. I think that's why Argon took the Utopia Sprawl with the Thoughtseize because he saw there's no like ramp or way of putting him ahead. So all of the 3 and 4 mana threats.
Yeah, and Argon also gets the choice here to choose to not crack a Veteran Explorer on his turn to starve Beyond. I mean, he could do it at his convenience when it's good for him.
Yeah, a lot of times.
There's your Ground Seal.
Yep, there's a Ground Seal. Yep.
So he'll get to draw 2 cards here and maybe get something going.
Yeah, I think that's how you get your engine going. This Ground Seal just is going to turn into like possibly a recall almost.
Yeah, or if you can find a Wild Growth or anything to keep him going here, keep the cards flowing.
Yeah. And this is what's so appealing of Enchantress is when Enchantress has its engine going, it draws more than any deck in Legacy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the snowballiest of all the ones. Like once it gets rolling downhill, it picks up steam every turn. It's sort of like Dredgen that way. I think your cam is gone here.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, come on.
Oh, and he finds a Klothos.
Yeah.
Oh, he cast Living Wish for the Klothos. Okay, I was trying to figure out how he cast that.
Yeah, he cast the Living Wish for it.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a house next turn as well.
Yeah, and Cloth is going to just slowly eat away at that graveyard, which is going to slowly shrink the Goyf as well. So Clothis is not only just a clock, but it's going to be shrinking the Goyf and making it less relevant.
Yeah. So he finds a Replicate here for the ground seal, I guess. That's the only
Yeah,
target
for the
I can
ground
see.
seal. Definitely for the ground seal.
You know, actually, ground seal plus Clothis is kind of a non-bow, right? Does Clothis target?
Clothis does target.
It does target. Yeah, ground seal and Clothis is kind of a non-bow. But if it looks like he might be taking care of that for him. Oh, he actually replicated his own Veteran Explorer just to go get the lands.
Oh, okay, okay. Coming in with the big brain plays.
Yeah, that's I did not see that.
And is that a? What is it? That's a pernicious deed. That's the pernicious deed.
Oh, I love Pernicious Deed right now. All right.
Pernicious deed is one of my homies. Love that card. That is one of my. I never leave home without it in my sideboard.
Yeah, I mean it's very symmetrical on this board, but it also is devastating for Beyond.
Oh yeah.
So they're both just when he cracks that, they're just going to be set back to turn one, except they have 6 lands apiece.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be very devastating. And the best part is that Argon can just hold it over his head because Argon has a clock while Beyond doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to crack it until Beyond commits enough to the board, and at that point,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
may be too late.
The only unfortunate part is the fact that Clothis does have indestructible, so it is going to still survive even after a board wipe.
Yeah, and Pernicious Deed specifically says non-land, right? So I think the Dryad Arbor does stick around.
Yes.
Oh, it says actually it does not say non-land. It says artifact, creature, and enchantment.
All
So
right,
it's template like show and tell.
Yeah, artifact, creature, enchantment because it's from back from the days when what's it called?
Planeswalkers didn't exist.
Planeswalkers didn't exist. Yeah.
Before they just discovered the word.
Hello, everyone.
Permanent,
Back in. Yeah, exactly.
So he is going. Well, he's going to eat the Goyf with on thin ice. He gets to draw a card, but that just means that he'll get the Goyf back if he cracks his Pernicious Deed.
Yeah.
We apologize here. It looks like we are experiencing some video issues.
Yeah.
Our tech, Mr. Jack Dex here is working on it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So I'm curious about that on thin ice because that Pernicious Deed is just going to be even juicier now. But you got to make him crack it at some point, I guess. So we're still working on this. Some of these cards are a little difficult to see. And Duck, I'm not sure if I can hear you anymore. All right. We do have our table spotter here, so I can actually see some of the action. It's like he's casting an Abundant Growth, drawing 2 cards.
Sorry about that. I kind of died.
Oh yeah, we found you.
Yeah, sorry about that. My audio kind of died for a second there.
Oh, it's fine. I can talk to myself for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, is table spotting for us this round, though, and helping us keep on track of things.
Yeah.
So,
and Jordan, I see what you're doing.
I see what you did there. All right. Beyond it, according to their life totals, there is he at 7 already? He does not have a lot to live here. He does find a Sterling Grove, which will draw him a card. Our Grethian Enchantress, is she a cast trigger, right? Yeah, it is a cast trigger.
Yeah, it is a cast trigger.
Oh, I was hoping it was ETB. That'd be really sweet to stack the triggers to draw whatever you tutor, but it doesn't work.
Well, the new Enchantresses are all off of ETB.
Yeah, there's one from original Theros block, I believe. That's an enchantment creature itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? I knew this one. I played it in my Enchantress deck at one point.
Yep, it's in my 5-color gods deck. I can't think of
Yeah,
it either.
I can't remember it now.
Come on, chat.
Viridian Enchantress?
Oh, I mean that may also be one. It's not the one from Theros I'm thinking about, who's also an enchantment creature.
Yeah. And 90s
Death.
MTG, I share your excitement for the Pernicious Deed. I love this. I love this card so much.
Well, I'll have to I'll have to find this because it's gonna kill me otherwise. Well, never mind, it didn't work. I can picture the art. It's a little bit sparkly. It's got that enchantment frame around it. Oh, okay. The video issues, by the way, made me think life totals were off.
No, I think we're good on life totals.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So we do have a Sterling Grove now, which is going to protect the second ground seal. Is that the ground seal? No, that was destroyed, or
It wasn't destroyed. He destroyed his own veteran explorer for the
oh yeah, he
levels.
destroyed his own veteran explorer and stuff like that. Yeah, which I think might be. Oh, we have the Rascal Golgari Queen.
Oh, very nice. Her tick up is you may sacrifice a permanent if you do draw a card, gain a life, right?
If you do draw a card, gain a life, yes. But with the Veteran Explorer, we have the ability to filter out 2 of your lands first off the trigger and then draw a card. So I played around with the idea. It was just too cute and revolved too many times about having just like Veteran Explorer just to throw underneath the bus.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sort of half. It's like a 2-card Yavimaya Elder, which is just one of my pet cards. I love that card. It's sad that it's not good in Legacy, but
I can't. I don't understand why people love that card.
it's not good, but it is like good, you know.
Yeah, I mean, understandable, completely understandable. This is coming from the guy that loves Nick Fit.
Yeah, I would never play it in Legacy, I don't think, but it's an EDH staple for me above some like cards like Wood Elves, even when it's probably better.
Yeah,
Man, Beyond's a little lucky here that he's playing a deck that has plenty of basics to keep up with this Veteran Explorer. He has got so many
yeah,
mana over there.
yeah. This is so in the when you're playing Nick Fit, there's two different versions of like how do you sideboard or in Nick Fit. There's the camp that's never cut Veteran Explorer. It's your engine piece. Don't ever cut it. And then there's the camp where if you know you're playing against decks with basics, you cut it. So I'm personally, if I'm playing against a deck that's like a Delver, so for example, a Delver deck that's forced to fetch islands, I have Carpet of Flowers in my sideboard. I cut all 4. What's it called? Cut all 4 Veteran Explorers immediately. Hey, well, not Delver. Delver because Delver doesn't. Delver has non-basics and
Yeah,
runs 0 basics. Against like some sort of snow control or something like that, I will cut all my veteran explorers and just bring in my carpet of flowers. But against decks like this, where it's like mid-rangey and grindy and such like that, I'd cut 3 and just leave 1 into the deck. Because with 1 veteran explorer, you can do a lot of work with it. You
yeah,
can sacrifice it to your initial Cabal therapy, and then you can reanimate it with Mirren, or you can just use it as fodder for a Titan or something like that. So
yeah,
the 1 veteran explorer that you can Green Suns for in a pinch is never bad to have in the deck. But I would have cut a couple.
yeah. I mean, Beyond has so many ramp pieces already that maybe you think he's just going to keep up with you on mana anyway.
Yeah,
You might fall behind if you don't have the Veteran Explorers.
yeah. So in this sort of matchup, I would probably keep in a little bit more than I usually do. I'd probably keep in 2 at least. But this is just such a it's one of those things that you being in Jund colors, you don't have access to a lot of different like you don't have bounce spells or anything like that. It has to be Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, and such like that.
Yeah, so we do see that Solitary Confinement being played here.
Yeah.
Um, So he has Argothian Enchantress out to refill his hand each turn. He has Sterling Grove to go fetch an enchantment if he needs it for any reason. But he's got like Cloth is in his hand already that we know. He's got some fuel to keep that going. He does need. I think he needs a second way to draw cards out though, because he's going to be kind of card neutral off the Solitary Confinement.
Yeah, and we see here the Pernicious Deed pop and getting rid of. It looks like he popped it for 3. The Argothian and everything below. It's 3 and below should be
It is.
down.
Yeah. So that
So it
means
looks like
his Tarmogoyf is gone, but he gets to keep the Vraska.
yeah, he gets to keep the Vraska.
And that's really going to tick up because there's nothing to blow up with it right now.
Can we get a table spotter on the Goyf?
It's oh yeah, thank you. I was going to say she did confirm it's for 3.
Why is the Goyf still in the field after the Pernicious Deed though?
I'm gonna go double check the text of Pernicious. I'm pretty yeah, it is symmetrical.
Yeah, it's symmetrical and X or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get on the.
Is that a? Oh, that's not a hard cast Leyland's Void. I thought that was a.
Yeah.
It only cost 1 whenever that was. I don't recognize that card over to at the top of Argon's map. Do you recognize that?
It looks like it was. I can't
Oh, it's an
tell.
Alpine Moon.
Oh, it's Alpine Moon. Hold on, hold on,
I
hold on.
assume you named
That
Sarah's
Goyf
name.
can't. That Goyf shouldn't be on the field. Oh, we need to stop this. Uh, can you reach out to Anne
Yeah, I'm reaching out.
to get the? Yeah, because
All right.
this needs to. Yeah, the Goyf shouldn't be on the field after the.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
and
reach
he
out.
looks like he. Yeah, it looks like he put the Oblivion Ring on top of the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Yeah, because the Goyf shouldn't be on the field after the Pernicious Deed.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's a course.
oh, it was on thin ice, right? We talked about that interaction earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot about on thin ice. Yep. Okay. Yep. You know they are good. They are good. Yeah, I didn't see it go to the graveyard. Okay.
Yeah, he had the Goyf still on his mat somewhere, and I guess I just thought it was still out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
sorry
So
for
it
the
looks
panic
like
there, y'all.
yeah. Sorry for the panic. And looks like yeah, the Alpine Moon off to the side, and
Naming Sarah Sanctum, I'm sure.
yeah, naming
Um,
Sarah Sanctum.
So if Beyond is really at 1 here, I don't know what he draws that gets him out of this. Because Elephant Grass and Solitary Confinement can both be blown up by Vraska.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think he has any other solutions to that. Yep, that Vraska is CMC 3 or less, so it's at the opposite of
Yeah.
Sun
It's an
Titan.
abrupt decay on a stick. It's an abrupt decay on the stick.
Abrupt Decay is probably better than Sun Titan, opposite Sun Titan, to think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a single permanent in his deck that cost more than 4. He has access to Humility in his sideboard, so he can die Xaxes.
Yeah.
Doom Lake Giant, I guess, but yeah, none of that does anything.
Yeah.
I think we get a game 3 here for sure.
Yeah, we definitely have a game 3 here, which with 12 minutes on the clock, they better get going. And really important, let's see if Beyond can remembers that important piece of text I told you about the legendary clause of Questing Beast.
Yep.
Because he does have an untapped Caracas over there.
Yep. That means if he did have an O-ring effect, he could bait a turn because his creature would be sick once he blew up the O-ring.
Yeah. Argon, Argothian Enchantress can block the Goyf, but it can't block the Questing Beast. So he's still. Oh no, he's not dead here because he's got the Caracas to deal with the Questing Beast. See, this is why it's important to remember the wall of text of Questing Beast.
Yeah, but and that's a permanent that Nebraska can't kill, but I just don't know what all he's doing there.
Yeah.
Do we know if he has a hand still?
I think he does have. Well, he did have the Green Sun's Zenith in hand. I think he has another card in hand. He might have one card. Yeah, I think we're seeing a game 3 here. The Pernicious Deed just saved Argon.
Yeah, that Pernicious Deed is a 1 of in his main deck, so good that he found it. But...
Oh yeah, Nick Fit has really gone back and forth on like 1 or 2 Pernicious Deeds. Personally, I've always had 1 at least in the sideboard. Heard. Like I don't think keeping the main board is worth it when that slot could be something like Uro. So
Yeah, there's a lot going on at 3 mana there.
yeah, and it looks like there was an Oblivion Ring. And, into a solitary confinement. No, it's really important. I do believe solitary confinement does nothing because of questing beast. Because solitary confinement says damage
Yep.
being prevented. Ed.
Yeah, I mean, I assume he's gonna just take the Vraska down and blow it up no matter what. But
Well, the Vraska has been Oblivion ringed.
oh, sorry, I was busy looking up the text over here.
Yeah,
Just
no,
to double check.
yeah, and Argon's letting him know that questing beast gets through solitary confinement, and yeah, that then we're going to game 3.
Yep. Yeah, that is a good interaction there. I don't know what other choice he had really, but
Yeah, I don't think there was anything that saved him. But yeah, Questing Beast, the house of a card does still allow, does get through solitary confinement. And in fact, a good friend of mine that plays Enchantress, my local meta, realized that and immediately dismantled Enchantress and went back to Turbo Depths because I
yeah,
played every single week and he just can't beat Questing Beast.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that there's always that one person at your shop that you just can't ever beat
yeah.
for whatever reason.
For me, it was him on Turbo Depths. I had such a hard time with Nick Fit in Turbo Depths because it's just God, that matchup is just so terrible for Nick Fit.
Yeah, the guy at our shop is he always plays 12 post. He has different variants he runs, but the first time I played him I was on Miracles, so obviously just got wrecked. But man, no matter what I play, if I'm on something that isn't slow, he has Chalice and Thorn and Sphere and always
Yeah,
there.
we
But
yeah we have a lot of 12 post players here in the meta as well. So they're always being around in the tournament reports and such like that. We definitely have some 12 post lovers here as well.
yeah, I've gotten to play one myself in one of the Saturday events.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately, I got Wasteland Lock going, but
oh yeah.
so
Okay, so looks here that we have Beyond leaving with a overgrowth. I'm pretty sure that's an overgrowth,
that's a Wild
and
Growth Evergrowth
then
Custory.
wild growth, yeah.
Yeah,
And then, yep, Argon sniping
blind name,
the Enchantress blind name.
very nice. Yeah, because that would have been that's a big deal for him because that was going to be his
Yeah,
turn 2 play and get his value into going. So,
yeah. And instead, he has to go and with the ground seal.
which also draws a card, but not as
It
good
it
as
does
Argothian Enchantress.
not nearly as good as our
Yeah.
Gothian Enchantress.
There was also definitely a Living Wish and okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Living Wish, Sarah Sanctum, and I think the other
uh,
card was Destiny Spinner.
yeah,
Oh, confirmation for Anne in chat there. Yeah, other card was Destiny Spinner.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and let's see, because Argon led off of a basic swamp, so he does have to fetch if he does have the Veteran Explorer. Oh, Green Sun Zenith for Veteran Explorer?
Has to be, unless he wants to overpay for Drat Arbor.
Yep.
Oh, he
Yep.
has one Hex Drinker, but it's not Hex Drinker.
No,
I
it's
think we both
definitely
know.
not a Hex Drinker. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite plays to do, actually. When you don't have the Veteran Explorer, is being able to hit the Green Sun Zenith on turn 2 for a Veteran
Mhm.
Explorer and have a follow-up play as well off of the 2 mana they generate.
So he's flashing back Cabal Therapy.
Yep,
He
flashing
has a
back
Living
and
Wish.
yep, definitely one for the Living Wish. Living Wish just being an important card in the deck. It gets you your tutors. It gets you your Emrakul. It's a very, very good card. And let's see if he has like. Okay, yep, he does have a turn, another play with the Sylvan Library. That was a very good turn. A couple
Oh
of turns
man,
for Argon.
yeah, that turn 2 there. You get to take the Living Wish, so you can't find a solution. You get to ramp. You get to get Sylvan Library, which is an insane card.
Yeah. So turns like these are why when Nickfit looks its best. It's like turns like these are people like, oh my god, this card is busted. Like, why is this deck not tier 1? This doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, that's true. There's certainly games where you just sort of like play your dudes and turn them sideways and hope it works.
Yeah, and you're just dirtling and just sitting around. Yep. Okay, so we see a Miri's Guile.
All right, so his own sort of budget Sylvan Library then.
Yeah, pretty much. It is pretty much a Sylvan Library, except for you can't just draw the extra cards. You just like sort of scry the top three.
Yeah.
And we see a
But
Destiny
it costs
Spinner.
1 mana, so
Yeah.
I think he has enough draw in his deck.
Oh, he has tons of draw in his deck.
So he does play Utopia Sprawl on the forest, naming red.
Yeah.
Our spotter is doing a great job with all these things we can't hear from them.
Thank you, Anne. Really appreciate that.
And Trouble points out in chat that you can respond to the trigger unlike Sylvan Library, so that means that his Sterling Groves could fetch and then get that turn as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that play.
Yeah, or you can you can rearrange them with Sterling. You can use Sterling Groves as a shuffle effect as well, I guess.
Yeah. And so we see Argon playing a Lily of the Veil and getting rid of that pesky Enchantress.
Yeah, we see
And
another
looks like
Alpine Moon.
Yeah, another Alpine Moon, definitely naming this Terror Sanctum.
So I mean, we've cut him down to what is that 7 mana now?
Yeah, only 7 mana though.
Instead of 11 mana, or maybe
Yeah.
it's 10 mana. But yeah, still is plenty of land.
Oh yeah, like this is far from over, and this is going to be we need to see a threat of some kind from Argon in order to really close this out. Something like he needs a questing beast or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Beyond also does have to get something going because Lily's going to keep ticking up, and he has 1 card in hand. Oh, Replenish. That's a good card in hand.
Oh, here comes the Replenish. Gets
For
that Destiny
just
Spinner
Destiny
back.
Spinner? All right.
Yep. Why is he taking damage?
Oh, he hadn't updated. They were catching up. Argon already had him
Oh,
at 15.
okay. Argon already had him at 15. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we can get that edited by our stream tech, so we'll get that up for you folks.
So he's taking 1 more here, down to 14.
Yep.
Not sure what that was from either.
Yeah. Looks like a fetch.
Looks like Argon is at 20, Jack. I believe. That's where we're going. Oh, actually, Argon had fetched a couple times. All right, I'll just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beyond on 20, Argon on 14. There we go.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, he found a Clothis. That's
Yep.
good.
And we got Clothis and a trophy.
All right. Well, that's very good for him.
Yeah.
Because he keeps Beyond down to 1 card for the rest of all time, and he has a clock. He has an edict effect. He has Sylvan Library.
he removed the threat in the lands. Like I think Argon might actually be slowly like tightening around. Like this is going to be a very very close. Let's see if Argon can like close it out faster than just 2 life a turn and just getting a card drawn down though.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think beyond statistic, isn't he? Is he Jazz Hands right now?
Yeah, he's Hellbent. He played his last card last turn.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Like, yeah,
that's what I was saying. He's got him pinned to 1 card every turn now.
Oh wow. Okay, so
he finds Living Wish though. That's not nothing.
Finds Living Wish. If he had his Terror Sanctum unlocked though, he would definitely have the chance to cast this Flying Spaghetti monster. But looks like
absolutely would.
Oh yeah, but with that gone, what do you think he's tutoring for right now?
He's got a lot going on. Like humility doesn't do anything. Never mind. That's just me being greedy.
No, humility is
He can get Seal of Primordium to blow up the Alpine Moon. That's sort of medium.
I kind of like that actually. Unlocks your mana engine at least.
Yeah.
Was that a Heliod?
Yes, he does have 1 Heliod of the Sun in the sideboard, so he can use that as a mana sink to make 2/1 cat tokens.
Yeah. Does he have any what's it called? A Walking Bliss anywhere?
He does not have a Walking Bliss anywhere in the 75. He doesn't really have a way to find it either.
Yeah, he doesn't have a way of finding it, but I mean I would look at it as a one of in the wish board maybe.
Yeah, that's cute. You don't.
Yeah.
It means no matter what, you have to spend 2 living wishes to assemble it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Heliod getting cats is something that I wasn't thinking about there. That's useful.
Yeah. It is definitely a mana sink.
Oh yeah, Trouble pointing out in chat accurately. It's the old Heliod, the one that no one plays, not the new Heliod that
Oh.
goes infinite.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's old Heliod.
Yeah.
Crap. So that gives all your creatures vigilance?
Vigilance, yep, and you can pay 2 white to put a 2/1 white cleric enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. That is a lot of words in a row.
Yeah. I mean, it still does create blockers. It's a mana
Yeah,
sink,
yeah,
but he
it's
doesn't
it's
have a
a
mana engine on board.
it's true. I think he can only make one per turn. It costs double white. Um, oh, actually, Alpine Moon makes Sarah Sanctum tap for actual
Yeah,
nothing
it
useful.
it taps for
Oh, it's 1 mana of any
colorless.
color. It's 1
Oh,
mana of any color on Alpine
oh,
Moon.
okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, he has access to 2 white a turn now, so he can make 1 token.
Oh, we have a Citizen champion,
Yep. So
also
another.
known. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's another Enchantress effect, but it also gets a +1/+1 counter for each enchantment.
Yes, and I have when I saw this card spoiled, I dubbed it Swole Chantress.
It's whole Enchantress. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
she's getting swole.
yep. He's going to have to chain together some enchantments to make that have any value on here. But
Yeah, and right
um,
now that Lily can just get rid of it.
well, he can
Oh
make
wait,
a
no,
cat token in
you can make a
response.
cat token in response. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like Replenish was exiled with Clothis. So
Okay.
he's going to drain and gain for 2 there.
Mhm.
There's a ground seal. Yeah. Jack pointed out that Clothis can't actually happen.
Yeah, there is a ground seal, so we have to take that back. So nobody's Colossus does anything.
Yep, that is unfortunately symmetrical.
Oy. How are we doing on clock?
Okay. I think the clock looks like it is gone. I think that for these broadcasts, we sort of just go until they're done, unless it's going to be absurd, right?
Yeah, and it is 1-1 right now.
Um,
Looks like a Green Sun Zenith for 3 or 4.
okay. Thanks very much to our table spotter, and she has got that rewound for us. It looks like.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, Dan.
And in the meantime, it looks like Argon did bring in the Leyline of the Void. He did hardcast the Leyline of the Void over there. At the very
I
top of our
see
screen.
it. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Just off top, and that was a green sun for 4 for Huntmaster.
Yeah.
So he's going wide here, and he's turning off some of Beyond's outs. So
This
Beyond,
is
he's making that token response. As we said, it looks like Lily was ticked down. And that's a cute interaction, actually. The old Heliod makes an enchantment creature token, and so Citizen Champion actually gets a drama card each time.
because the Tessin champion is also on an ETB, not
Yeah, exactly.
cast. Oh yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
great.
I love that then. I wasn't paying attention until you put that counter on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wow, that is actually not bad in Enchantress. I've never seen the old Heliod used. I've seen the new Heliod and the Walking Ballista combo used,
Yeah.
but I've never seen like the old Heliod just used as just a draw engine.
Yep. So he did find a wild growth, which means he'll just get to keep going. He has 1 extra card in his hand here. So he'll probably get to chain some stuff together. I say as he sets his hand down and whiffs like twice, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think I think Beyond is even close to dead right now. I think he is actually getting close to turning a corner here and actually going to be showing that he's about to start beating in with this really big Enchantress. And if Argon doesn't have anything but an edict effect for it, like I think he might actually die to this Enchantress.
Yeah. Well, that Lily is gone now. He did lose the Lily to make that play.
Yeah, exactly. Does he have an Eternal Witness at all in his list?
I do not believe Argon does. I will double check. He does have one Eternal Witness. You're right, because we were talking about that
So
with Marin.
yeah, so he does have one Eternal Witness, so he can get it back that way. But
And
I
yeah,
mean,
because
at
that
this
is
point,
the only one in his deck. The only Lily.
well, uh, how many Assassin trophies is he running? I know
He,
most Nick Fitz lists are running like 2 to 3.
he's running 3 Breath Decay, 1 Trophy is his split.
Okay, so we've already seen one Assassin's trophy,
Mhm. And I'm not sure if we've
and
seen 1 Decay or not.
I don't think we've seen a decay yet, but he will eventually find it with this Sylvan Library, drawing him 3 cards a turn.
Yeah, that Sylvan Library is going to be great. I mean, he has so many ways to shuffle his deck as well.
Oh yeah,
So
we see a
down
Goyf,
Goyf.
Planeswalker, instant
Yeah,
creature,
for sure,
land.
creature. Yeah, that's at least 5.
So 5, 1, 2, 3,
Um,
4, 5.
yeah, is there an instant or a? Is there an instant at all? I
Yeah,
think it's
there's
just
the Assassin's
sorceries.
Trophy.
Oh,
It's a
Assassin Trophy. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin's Trophy. So instant, sorcery,
So that should
planeswalker,
be
enchantment, land,
6 then.
and creature. So it should be a 6, 7.
We're missing. We have instant sorcery, creature, land, enchantment, planeswalker, right? No artifact.
No artifact.
Yeah, no artifact, no tribal.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, given the cards in this matchup, I mean, one of the players could have a tribal card. Who knows?
The old enough rulings and stuff like that. I'm surprised we don't see a world enchantment hit the field yet.
Ye olde Tarfire, even.
Yep.
Yeah. World is a super type, I think, right?
It is a super type,
Okay, so it
so
would not
there can only
buff
be
Tarmogoyf.
one in play.
Yeah, but it does not buff Tarmogoyf additionally, right?
It does not buff Tarmogoyf. It's like the legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, that the Enchant World comes up every once in a while in EDH. I did have to tell someone about how Enchant Worlds blow up the older ones when they one was Concordant Crossroads, and I don't remember the name of the other one.
I remember the time when I got blown out in a game when I was much younger, much younger. What was the green card that says "Destroy all world enchantments"? Was that Tranquility?
Tranquility destroys all enchantments. There
All
is
enchantments.
Tranquil Growth that destroys all global enchantments.
That's what it was.
So it
I
includes those.
cast that thinking that it would just hit all enchantments because I was like, oh, all enchantments are global because of the fact that they affect everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned how bad that was, and yeah, I got laughed at.
Yeah, Tranquil Grove is one of my favorite EDH sort of cards that people say, "What is that?" Oh,
Yep. Okay, so we see here another Destiny spinner, and those Destiny
that's
spinners
correct. Trouble.
produce
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Destiny spinners get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 sevens. Is what they're producing?
One. Yeah, he has one token. 1, 2, 3. What is the card right next to the cat token?
That's a Destiny spinner.
Oh, okay, which is also an enchantment, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is an 8/8.
I actually count 9 because he has 2 Wild Growths and 1 Utopia Sprawl down there.
One,
Heliod
two,
itself is an
three,
enchantment as well as that cat
4,
token.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, he has the 3 creatures up front. He has the 3 enchantments behind it, and he has 3 enchant lands.
Yeah. 3, 6, 7, 8. Is this an enchantment creature as well?
I believe Assassin Champion is, right? Oh,
Oh, I
I'm
did.
sorry. That's where I was off. It is not. I thought it triggered itself, but it is not.
No, it is not. And it looks like he just took the damage.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little early to start jumping here. You've got to win somehow. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Trouble accurately pointing out in chat that global refers to non-or enchantments. Yeah.
Yeah.
A destroy all enchant worlds would be a funny but narrow card.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for some of those as well.
I remember when I thought Desert Twister was the most busted card in Magic.
I mean, are you wrong? It's better
7
than.
mana Vindicate something?
It's only 6 mana. It's fine.
6 mana. Oh, excuse me. 6 mana Vindicate 8 something.
All right. We see a Green Sun on our own side for Questing Beast, so I think he's either going to try to race or he's going to try to find enough jumpers to.
Oh, I'm
keep it
100%
going.
racing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Questing Beast has Vigilance and Death Touch, right?
Yeah, Villages, Death Touch, and Haste.
Gross. I mean, Beyond can actually, starting this turn, he can start making 2 lands into creatures. I bet that's probably of
Yeah.
interest to him.
Yeah, no, actually, I think you gave Beyond a little bit too much time there, Argon, and now we're seeing what happens when you give Enchantress too much time. They're gonna just hit you with so many ridiculous things. Yeah, and I think Argon being at 7, the two 8/8 fatties coming in.
Yeah. I mean, a
Oh no,
Banefire.
Banefire!
Oh.
Woo!
Oh.
Woo! Banefire for lethal.
Yeah, it's not Bonfire the Damned, but I will still take it.
Oh yeah. Oh that's funny. Oh, I love me a good old Banefire for lethal. God, that
It's a one of. It's a one of
yeah.
being found at the perfect time.
Yep. Gotta love a good old Banefire. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in for that match. We are now, is that 1-1 for mods
Yep,
and
we are 1-1.
competitors? Awesome. So we have our final match coming up, and we have who do we have on for our third match? Is it? Oh, it's Pie Boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Pie Boy, and I do not remember his opponent, but I should be able to find it very quickly in
I
the
have it.
chat here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it's
pulling it up.
Lem Fun versus Pie Boy.
I am
Um,
Lamphon. Oh yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah. I think he's been featured on before as well, or at least I think I wrote about him. What do we have
yeah.
coming up?
I'm sorry.
What's the matchup coming up?
Oh, the matchup coming up. The final challenger is also on Dredge, so we get to see that run back again. And Lem Fun is
Mhm.
on. He's calling it Blue Red Adventure Control, and I actually got to play against him in one of the Saturday events, and it was pretty brutal. It's very grindy. It's a sweet deck.
Yeah. I've actually seen it before on stream, and it is surprising when every single card that you have is a literal 2-for-1 printed onto the card.
Yeah,
So it's surprisingly good, and I've been wanting to write about this for a couple of weeks now. There's just been so much other wilder stuff that's been happening. So
yeah.
I think I'm gonna finally reach out to him and see if I can get an interview and write about this as the next week's tournament
Yeah.
report.
I'm excited to see it play out. But for now, y'all, we're gonna sign off for round 2. We'll be right back while we get set up for round 3.
Yep.